Jeff and Lex,
So
and
we back at it again. Hey, Monday night, and we back at it again. Hey, tell your friends that we back at it again. Hey, hey.
What to do, y'all? It is me, your girl Lex DMUA, and this is my boy
Jeffrey Taylor from JeffreyShowLive.
And we are back with another episode review of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I don't know what episode this is. Do you remember?
14?
I don't even remember the name of it, to be honest with y'all.
Yeah, I think that I just be wanting to get through them because
I'm right from New York.
Yeah, it's kind of like
they dropped that trailer today. That's all I'm focused on.
Homecoming.
Right, like that's what I'm really looking for. But let's get into this episode. Okay.
How'd the episode start off?
It started back when we left off last week.
Oh, the skating ring.
At the skating ring, and everybody in their pajamas.
I was confused.
I was really lost in this whole scene. I'm really not quite sure whose side to really be on. Like, do you feel like there's a particular side that you more leaning towards or sympathetic towards?
I think naturally, I'm on the sympathetic towards the women's side. In a sense, I mean, Fizz has a history of doing this. I understand. It's one of those situations for me is that I understand Moniece. I just wish that I could like tap her with a different approach. That's all. I don't think that she's wrong or anything. I think that she just has an approach that is cringeworthy for me. It's kind of like, why do it this way? That's all. It's kind of like, I'm with you, but why are you doing this? And April is just, that attitude was
unnecessary.
I wasn't feeling that attitude at all. It was turning me off all the way. And Fizz even had an attitude. I don't know what they was on.
All
they
of
both
them had attitude.
There was a defense mode.
They were. And
that's what it was.
Yeah, they came in on go. And the fact that, like Moniece said, it's like when I try to approach you, when I try to talk to you, she actually walked up to both of them on 2 times. And the thing, each time they both walked away from
twice.
her. And then for some reason, April felt like it was her place to go check on Moniece. And I'm like, no, it's not her place to do that. Like, Fizz should want to go check up on her. And then, like, they both just, I'm so ready for this whole storyline to be done with. Because we already seen it on the blogs. We don't care no more. Like, the fact of, like, they keep trying to finesse their way around the situation instead of saying what it is. You know what I mean? Like, the fact of the matter is, you should have went and told your baby mama that you was going to get a relationship with this girl. Point blank, period. Like, and it's just that on that. No matter who you think you don't owe an explanation to, I don't know who told y'all that y'all was under that guise, but y'all definitely, there are people in your life that you absolutely have to be concerned about and absolutely talk to. And the mother and the father of your child is one of those people. Like, I feel like Moniece, what she talking about, where the disrespect is coming from, is just the fact of, like, they went and, well, first they lied to her face. And then, even though, like she said, we all knew it was true, it was the fact of, like, you try to make everybody else seem crazy for insinuating y'all two were together. And then when y'all come out, it's like, oh, it's nobody's business. But then when you was talking about it, you try to act like we was doing something wrong about y'all being together. Like, y'all was, honestly, this whole situation, I think we all would have respected more if they would just came out with it from Front Street. You know what I'm saying? If they would have just came out and be like, you know what, me and April, we're in a relationship with each other, and we know how it might seem to the public, but you don't know what goes on behind closed doors, you know, and we just want to be together, and we just want to be happy. I think if they just would have been upfront about it, instead of doing all this, you know, dodging and hiding, and like, if they just would have came out and been upfront with it, I really don't think, nobody would really, I feel like we still would have been like, okay, that's dirt, but hey, at least you admitting your dirt. But we still would have to get y'all the side eye, but it wouldn't be all this what it is. Like, I think they're just acting brand new about it, and it's really stupid, and especially because apparently they moved in to Moniece's neighborhood. Like, they moved, like, they're, like, right behind her house.
That's wild.
That's weird.
I didn't know that.
The fact that they said that in the episode.
So when you do things like that, that's why I don't want to say, like, I'm Team Moniece, but it's kind of like they're doing sneaky things. Even the way that you reveal how you're in a relationship, and now you're
Right.
moving so closely, you're just doing a lot of things that Moniece, as she said, she's not exposing Fizz and everything, but for the sake of the son. And I feel like that is the case. I think that sometimes you protect those people because some things you just can't take back. Sometimes you do things that is in the public. It's on TV. It's on Love and Hip Hop. So I feel like they're doing a lot of shady things that are coming to the light, and I'm just not feeling them. Like, they're a drag to me
Yeah.
at this point.
A whole drag. A whole drag. Like, I don't even really care to talk about the rest of these scenes, to be honest.
Let's
Like,
just talk about Tierra Marie and Moniece to wrap up all of them, because she
yeah.
talked about well, the principle of it is that, for her son lying and on the relationship, and it's not too much. I mean, Tierra Marie was being a good friend in my opinion.
She was,
The pizza was funny.
Yeah, she had a pizza.
But I really
stuff.
couldn't laugh because they was like bringing awareness to mental health.
Which is true. Which is what I like what Moniece always talks about. You know what I'm saying? She never has been one to shy away from talking about mental health. And, I feel like the more we talk about it, the more we normalize it and stop making people feel bad or making them feel like there's something wrong with them or whatever because of whatever mental issue they have. And I think a lot of times we just don't know how important mental health is. Like, even in your day-to-day life, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just, and it's not even the fact of like, oh, you got bipolarism, your depression, whatever. Like, sometimes you just have a bad mental health day. Like, sometimes you're just not as positive about your life and about yourself as you would normally like to be, and there's nothing wrong with being open about that and talking about that. And I feel like, we do have conversations like this, and this is shown more, it does get better. Because Moniece was explaining to Tierra, like, she has situational, there we go, depression. And so she basically, she's just saying, like, it's not really like, Fizz is not, like, making her go into depression. She was just saying, like, when things start to crumble apart and, like, kind of fall apart in her life, like, it's just easy, it's kind of easy for her to, like, slide back into depression. Like, as a meaning, well, like, basically, Fizz is the trigger to what is happening between her and her son, and that is what's triggering her depression because she wants to be around her son. But now the situation that's going on is making the relationship between her and her son a little fractured because she feels like her son is being put in a position to lie and not be 100% honest with his mom because he wants to be on the side of his dad. So basically kind of making their child choose between them, that's kind of messed up. And she just kind of saying, like, that's kind of making her go back into a depression. And sometimes people don't understand, like, it's just sometimes situations or things that can just be a trigger, But like, Tiara's being a good friend saying, you can be stronger. Like, you're stronger than this. You're going to come back on the other side. Like, it's going to probably take a minute, but, you can, like, recover from this, which I really thought was really good.
Yeah.
Especially to see black women uplifting one another.
I love Tierra Marie since her return, and I think that in the future episode, it's a little disgusting. Continue what Zell and Paris is.
Right. I feel like that just wasn't a good idea, but, who knows. But let's move on to who you want to talk about next. Oh, you know what I'll talk about next? Let's talk about Zell. I want to get your opinion on this.
Which part of it?
What you mean?
Because right now I don't really care for Zell, but
why not?
I just feel like he do too much. He's messy, like, and it's not even like the cute messy at all. It's just like bring up April and Fizz on a double date. Like, why? Like, where does that come in at? I do feel what he says. I feel like I was definitely the type of person that picked one side too. So I could completely 100%. Like once I came out to everybody and everything, I just chose one side. I didn't want to deal with I think that some of our colleagues, how they dealt with it, I didn't understand it at the time because I just chose one side and I never gave it. But I feel like they took some backlash, and other people always take backlash in a sense, saying even when you're trying to figure things out, people don't really want to give you the time. I think at 18 even, It's kind of like, oh, I'm supposed to just know everything all at once and not, as bad as these words, hopefully experiment don't sound wrong, but I can't explore, I can't see things.
I can't figure it out.
I can't figure it out, or I'm just going to be chastised. And I know that's why I made my decision. Like, I knew I didn't want to go through that. I didn't want to go through being DL. I knew I didn't want to go through, oh, he's confused, he's going back and forth. So I was kind of like, we just going to deal with this struggle. It was pick a struggle. No, it was like, if this is going to be your struggle, this is going to be your struggle. But what it did in retrospect is kind of like how life would have been if I didn't. So I think that once again, Mona's kind of bringing real life issues through the way of Zell. But hey, it happens.
Out of all people.
But
your opinion on that was because like I'm not in the community. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how stuff feels or how that works or, you know, if somebody's bi. And I know a lot of people have said, you know, that are bi, they feel marginalized. They feel like people overlook them as like, nah, like you gotta be either or, like ain't no bi. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're like, you just that. Right. Like you just this and you just that and I
feel like some of the trans community, hopefully, is it trans that's around this saying? Because I'm like trying to learn myself.
Oh, you trying to learn? You in the community.
But I feel like that's where it is, though. It's kind of like how, in my opinion, the trans community is having this uproar, in my opinion, like the LGBT did a few years ago. I feel like the trans are having it right now in terms of the buildings getting lit up. There's a building in San Francisco that was lit up with the trans flag colors.
Oh, okay.
So that was like how the LGBT color was on the Empire. So I feel like their time, not to make it sound bad, but their time is happening right now. And I feel like my point is, I feel like bisexual people are going to have their rise in a minute. Like, we don't, just because it's kind of like people don't understand the trans community. I feel like people didn't understand the lesbian and the gay, and now the bisexual. I feel like that they're just going to be very much more aggressive with it. But in my opinion, all of it, because we're just diving into the video at this point, but it's just being kind and respectful. I feel like we can have fun, but I think that the biggest thing is just being kind and respectful to race sexuality. I feel like that's the context.
Of what?
Of me. Just being respectful and kind.
Wait, no, you just said a word. You said ray. You said race sexual? What did you say?
Oh, race and sexual orientation.
Oh,
basically.
race
that's what I was
and
getting at.
sexual orientation. Okay.
Because those are just two popular ones to me, and that was just kind of like, I feel like that's what I get from like mentioning, because I feel like the whole reason why we even talk about it is because people get bullied.
True.
Talked about.
It's facts. It's facts. Yeah, I'm not in the community, so I just kind of sometimes feel like I don't really have like a say on these things. But I think again, a very interesting light. Is Zell the person to bring this to the forefront?
You remember Milan them on the show?
I do. I did. I could low-key kind of miss Christopher Milan being on here. He's so messy though. But
he is messy.
But so is Zell. So I just feel like if Zell could get his chance again, why can't Christopher Milan?
Milan was messy.
Anywho, but the Zell trying to be into women, I don't feel like this relationship or this dating thing with this girl, I think her name was Star, I think, who he bought on this double date with Mickey Monday and
everybody knows Slick. Everybody in LA.
Right, apparently like she went to school with Slick and I forgot. Oh yeah, apparently because she grew up in the same neighborhood as Mickey Monday, so this Star girl kind of knows them. Do I feel like, I don't know if I truly feel like Zell is bisexual, but like I said, who am I to tell somebody what their sexual orientation is? That is not really up to me, for me to tell somebody what they is and what they ain't. But I just don't believe that Zell is one of those males, unfortunately. Cause just him and old girl's chemistry, it did not seem genuine.
Did they kiss? Or did they just hit the hand on the face?
She just did a little, like, I was like, all right, like,
that's some actress joint.
Right, like, why are you randomly putting your hand on this man's face? Like, what is going on here? Like, and she was like being really giggly and laughing and stuff, and it's just the fact of like, he's sitting there still kind of being a messy gay. Like you're sitting there talking to
He is though.
talking to Zell. Slick don't care about none of these people. Neither does Mickey, and neither does old girl. Like, why are you bringing April?
They cut that off.
They
quick.
quit. Like Slick was just like.
It really don't have nothing to do with them.
Mickey was just looking like, whatever. And then all his old girl, she for sure don't know none of these people. So why would you bring that up? Talking about something, we can go on a triple double date. And Slick was like, I don't even know about that because I don't even like this double date.
Because this is childish.
Right. And I was like, right.
I feel like I can understand why she was saying that, but it's because she probably went with Zell. Like, I felt like if she had probably Rachel or Princess even, it would have been more mature.
Sure,
yeah. But I
yeah.
feel like this was Zell. This is what he talk about. This the conversation. This is what he bring it to the table. So.
Right. Instead of let's talk about grown people stuff.
But she didn't reveal that she deal with the dad.
Oh, yeah, she did. Now, Slick did admit that she, I don't know if she was saying she was bisexual, that she experiment. We don't know. And so did old girl. Wait, did she? Yeah, old girl that star that Zell was
and
with.
Mickey made it clear that he didn't, but
yeah, but he was like,
he was the only one.
He cool if his girl like girls. Okay, he was like, I like girls too, so we could.
You want to do an Akon thing, but
guess.
you gotta have the Akon money to do these things.
The shade.
You do. You can't be complaining every episode and asking for multiple females.
Right. Maybe he just meant like just to sleep with. Like maybe he was saying like,
But even that.
You have the money for that?
I mean,
sleep with multiple females with your girl, like a threesome? I don't think you have to pay for that, do you? I don't know what y'all be doing out here on these streets. So I don't know what y'all be doing out here. But anywho, moving on. That was Zell and them on a little date. It's whatever. We shall see if Zell and this girl even together, because I ain't never seen this girl on Zell Instagram.
I follow him on Snapchat now. I can't even lie.
Have you seen this girl on his Snapchat? Okay, so
It might be lit though.
I don't believe this relationship is real. All right, moving on to what else did we cover in this episode? Lord,
get you out the way right quick, because she don't be doing nothing.
Not really.
Actually, I actually wouldn't mind talking about Asian doll a little bit too. Go Brittany B.
Oh yeah,
that's a little.
That
cute.
was one of the highlights of this episode. We had Asian doll in the studio popping up with Brittany B. Asian doll was looking real cute. She was
ready.
Good. Asian doll said, "No, but I came ready." Okay, she was looking cute. She had a little bling on her eyelids. Stuff. It was real cute. Now I don't know what that song was that her and Brittany B was doing.
Brittany B knowing she's had Black China. She's mentioned Bad Baby.
I don't like Bad Baby, y'all. So anyway,
I'm just like she's.
I
see her.
She trying to show her connections. I see. She's trying to
and
show.
And she getting them on the
popping.
show too. She ain't just.
But I just don't understand if she has these many people that's popping. Why does she need so much help with her own career? I don't get that.
I think that it also brings lights of how difficult it is to transition from being behind the scenes to up front.
Okay.
That it looks like it would just be a smooth transition.
I'm not even going to be smooth, but I just feel like, why won't you use your connections?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you know these people that are making moves or making big money moves, like, why can't they help?
I agree.
Why can't they help you?
I agree.
You know?
I agree.
But that's just my thing. But her and Asian Doll had a conversation about, dark-skinned women in the music industry, which is a very important conversation to have. It was kind of random, though. It just, like, dropped it in the episode. Didn't really have nothing to do with nobody else's storylines, but it was still a cute little storyline, because that is true, A lot of the female hip-hop heads that are at the top right now are light-skinned women, and I feel like just now, this year, we're starting to see more dark-skinned females take over the game. You know what I mean? Like, we got Tierra Whack. We got Meg Thee Stallion. She's a brown-skinned girl. She's, they're on the darker hue. I can't remember I don't know what Rico Nasty is. I can't remember right now. But I want to say she's brown. Not quite sure. I don't think she's is super light skinned as we are normally seeing. But that definitely is a huge thing, you know, like Amara Naregra, how she be saying, you know, it's a thing in the industry, you know. We have a big colorism issue in the hip hop R&B industry, you know, and I feel like we're in a time where that is transitioning. I feel like it is getting better. Like I said, more and more we're having more brown skin, dark skin girls on the screen. Now we got Summer Walker, we got Ari Lennox. Like we're slowly starting to see the narrative change, but definitely what they said was true. You know, it's a little harder for them to get get the spotlight, like how everybody else does. You know, they feel like they have to work a little bit more harder to get into that spotlight. And you know, they was just saying, you know, but Asian Doll was telling Brittany B, you know, well, don't give up. Don't let that keep you down. You know, you still keep hustling. You still keep trying to make your way to the top. And I guess Brittany B took that advice because she met with Yo-Yo this episode.
And I think that's where it came in as well with Yo-Yo whole narrative being one of the first female hip hop artists in the game. And it showed like, they didn't say it directly, but the past, this is where hip hop is now with women. And even that part where the uniting. Like, hop on the track. Like, what? Like, reuniting and everything. Especially since they always want to pit the women against each other.
That's true, too.
In the industry. I was watching a Cash Doll interview, and Jason Lee, he actually was kind of like...
Oh, yeah, Cash Doll, another dark-skinned, beautiful dark-skinned
And Cash Doll was kind of like, no. Like, Nicki is one of the GOATs. Like, he was kind of like... Megan Thee Stallion wasted Hot Girl Summer would just put Nicki up there. She should put you up there. And it was that, like, it's that manipulative mentality of, yeah, she should have did that. Write up something. Cash Doll. Like, but she was like, no, like, that's dead. Like, Nicki is definitely somebody that it wasn't a waste. And so it's just kind of like, why are you still trying to pit? Which is what she called them out on during the interview. Like, why are you trying to pit somebody? And why y'all not, and the other people, why y'all not getting, and he look at them, that's all Jason. Like, but that's what they're doing. So it's Yo-Yo this case is real recent, but it's like Yo-Yo bringing everybody together. Apple, you know, I like her image, but I do think that she needs to wake up a little bit about having to clean up.
Oh,
Just
Apple for sure.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, because that's what led us to the Yo-Yo part. So, what did you think about Yo-Yo's music?
This is the thing. Realistically, I liked it. It was a bop for what it was, but that shit ain't gonna get no. I mean, that ain't gonna get no play. Unless you put a YG up there, because I actually can't hear YG voice, but. You know, putting a Brittany B or Apple on a track like that, you need some star power. You don't need no Ice-T, no Ice Cube. You need a YG, Kendrick Lamar. But, you know, I think you said something smart about it at the time, to be honest. I think you said something.
Did I? I don't know what you're talking about. Like, no, I just was like...
Thinking back on it.
To me, the song... Like, what did she say? Oh, let me see if I can remember it, y'all. Let me see.
She was talking about beating up your grandma.
Don't be with all the drama. Pull up in the grass and be at there with your mama. Like, wait a minute. Yo.
I feel like she get at 90s.
But I feel like, sis, you need to do music that's about your age, okay?
So what's that? What's the topic?
I don't know what she could talk. She could talk about having her grandbabies. I don't know. And that's the thing with hip-hop. I feel like it's hard. Hip-hop is a hard career to retire in. Like, rappers do not age well. Like, most of the time, by, you know, 7th album, 6th album, we kind of done with them. Like, I feel like the only people that I've really seen get older or retire in the game or getting older in the game well would be, like, Jay-Z.
That's the number one.
And Eminem.
Because a lot of people died.
Or Eminem, or, you know what I'm saying, like, those are the type of people. But also, again, You know why? Because Jay rap about the stuff that's going on in his life.
Nobody win when the family feud.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
No.
He's talking about.
Seriously.
He's talking like, I mean, in the 444 album, right? He was
444 albums.
He was talking about old man stuff. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't out here like
Grown
I'm
man.
on the streets trapping. I'm not
He
happening.
said
Like,
y'all still signing deals after all they done stole. What? He tried to educate that younger people. Actually, like, I've been there before. Like, I was in a bogus contract, because you usually hear people that was in a bad contract. So he's kind of like, come on, y'all. Like,
so that's what I'm saying. Yo, you need to do something like that. Like, rap about how you want to inspire the next generation of women.
Somebody.
Why you want me to pull up to your mama house on the grass? Like, girl, what? Like, you not Asian doll. You not Cash doll. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what the young girls talk about.
Bad baby.
Right, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what these young girls talk about. Like, yo, I feel like you're an older woman. You're way too mature for that. Like, I feel like your stuff you need talking about, like, how you want to influence the next generation.
Even Queen Latifah was talking about
being inspirational.
Queen stuff in the...
Right, you and
Even Queen Latifah was
Yo, you know what I'm saying? I just don't see that type of music working for you.
Okay.
Now, hopefully, this song maybe I don't know if it's out.
This is what she chose to get TV
I don't
time,
know
so it can't be.
I don't know when this music is coming out, because it
Maybe
has
she'll perform at the reunion.
Since it has been so long since she's done an album, I feel like he said, you know, you need to either one, get somebody younger on the track to like bring in this new audience. Because let's be honest, I'm not going to lie. It's not like Yo-Yo is the most popping, like, old head MC, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to lie. I didn't know who Yo-Yo was to the show. I'm just going to be honest. Did you know who she was?
Little bit.
Did
I
not
knew
know
the name.
who she was. I think I maybe had heard of Yo-Yo.
I heard of the
I
name.
can't tell you not one Yo-Yo song.
Oh, nah. That's dead.
At all.
That's dead.
Not a one.
Nah, that's dead.
Like, but I can think of like MC Light, Salt and Pepper. Like, I know them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Queen Latifah. Like, I know like the other, you know, big names, big hip hop, even Foxy Brown, Lil' Kim. Like, I can name like those people's songs, but Yo-Yo, I don't really know her music like that. So I feel like to bring on, you know, the young demographic like myself and others, you probably would need. And I don't think you need to put no Britney B on the track or Apple Watch on the track, because don't nobody know them. But she said that she go put Apple Watts and Britney B on the track. How that's going to help either one of their careers, I don't know. Maybe it'll go somewhere in the California streets. I could see it, you know, sometimes, you know, in your city.
Seriously, even in Atlanta.
Right, your people rep, because there's some people in Atlanta, we rep for hard. AKA Jay Newton. We love you. Well, I love you. But anyway.
Don't do that. I love Jay Newton too. No,
okay, but I love him more. But anyway.
Got some shows coming out.
You know, we gonna pull up. But, you know, it's certain people that we just really, you know, you really like cap for. Like, you really want to be, you know, who are for that's in your city. So maybe like that could kind of work in their city. But I just don't see that having nationwide success. I don't see it. I don't see it. But we shall see what comes from Yo-Yo, and we shall see if we even get this song with her, Apple Watts and Britney B, child. We'll see. All right, so what else happened in this episode? Oh, Lyrica.
We got 5 minutes, which is plenty of time, I think.
I forgot about them.
I think that the park, we could start there.
So they had
Baby Ocean.
Right, Baby Ocean in the park.
With the violin.
Family day out, yeah. Everyone got violin.
They went all out.
And he got like this cute little romantic dinner thing set up.
But what really stood out to me was when she asked for the phone.
Well, I mean, he's saying he's gonna do whatever it takes to get her back.
And the DMs was popping.
And as soon as she opened up his DM, it's some girl twerking. Like, it's some girl doing a little booty video or whatever.
And he was trying to justify it. And that's a red flag to me.
Well, not only that, like, and that's the problem with, clearly this is what it seems has been the issue. It's like, instead of him being like, baby, you know what, I'm wrong for that. let me cut that out.
He didn't go
He
into that
doesn't.
dive though.
He doesn't ever seem
He tried
to
to justify it.
right. I was like, oh well, you know I do music, or you know I do this. Like it's like if you saying you want your girl back, you not doing the motives that it's showing that you want that back. And like Lyrica should not be the one to say, well, I feel like you need an assistant to handle these DMs for you, do whatever. Like if you as a man, if you're really trying to show your woman that you want to show, you know, some type of change or whatever, you need to be the one to be like, oh well, you know what, baby, I'm gonna get, you know what, you shouldn't even have to worry about seeing stuff like that. You right, I'm gonna get my assistant to handle this stuff for me. Like he should be the one making those decisions, saying those things. Like Lyrica should not be the one bringing this stuff up. If you're really trying to show somebody you done changed, and it's not gonna happen. Like he doesn't really seem apologetic for anything. And so then we move on to
Mama G.
Mama G.
They're in the store.
Oh yeah, she's shopping. Apparently, Lyrica has got booked a pre ESPYs. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, pre-ESPYs.
ESPYs.
It's a
show.
Yeah, a sports awards show.
Yeah. And so her mama sitting there talking to her, and she's like, "Well, you know,
she made some points.
I mean, I would take your mama to bring you back down, girl."
But it was funny. She said, "I'm not trying to tell her what to do, but she needs."
Right. I was like, "All right, girl, you know exactly what you tell your daughter to do. Leave that man, let that man go. That's what you want to say, Lyrica G." And Lyrica G is just like, "Well, Lyrica, like this man say he trying to do all this, but." I mean, you really have to take an account of everything that he has done. Like, if he loves you, then why would he cheat on you when you were pregnant? Or, like, after you just had this baby? You know, if he loves you, why is he doing X, Y, and Z? And, like, those are things that you really have to take into account before you keep trying to go back down this road again. And he was like, I know it's painful and I know it hurts to bring this up to you, but I'm your mother, and I just really want you to take a good look at things before you be trying to get yourself into this mess again. And so then we get moved on to rehearsals. And apparently rehearsals not going well. The sound guy isn't really working or something like that. And Lyrica is letting A1 still handle all the stuff for her. And I feel like we're seeing this is why she cannot let go of him. I feel like
good point.
Because she's so used to him handling everything for her on the business aspect. I'm not saying that she cannot do it on her own. She absolutely can. I just think Lyrica has gotten comfortable with him handling everything that she doesn't know another way, because that's what she's been used to. Because she was like, well, yeah, you know, everything, but he's still like, girl, no, like, that's why you should not mix business with pleasure. Like, because she's still letting this man handle everything. He doing everything with the guy. But instead of A1, like the saying goes, like the old folks say, you get more flies with honey than with vinegar. Like, you need to talk to people nicely. Like, yes, you might be frustrated that the person not working with the sound correctly, but A1, you going there yelling at the man and what you don't understand. I'm telling you, but right now, da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, you don't handle nobody like that, because that makes nobody want to get no work done with you. Like, if you come up to them and be like, hey, man, I know, like, things are strenuous, you know, I just really need you to make this work for my wife, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a really big, important event for us, and, you know, I just don't want to stress my wife out. I don't want to be stressed, you know. I know you're trying the best way you can, but anyway, can we try it this way? I know you're saying you're turning it up, but maybe we could turn it like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You could, it's a way you could talk to people and let them know that you're serious, but also without disrespecting them, because nobody wants to work if you feel like you're being disrespected. And so Lyrica G walks up, and she like, oh, here we go with this Negro. As soon as I come into the thing, you yelling. Why are you yelling at the people? And she's saying the same thing. Nobody wants to work with somebody that think is arrogant. And she was like, well, you stressing her out. Like, you yelling and doing stuff is making Lyrica more stressed. And then he tried to get her a hug. She was like, I'm good. And he was like, well, don't be like that or whatever. And then he's like, well, I'm not the bad guy. I'm not the only one. And then that's when Lyrica was like, wait, no. We both. And then she's like, no, like, you keep trying to do the same thing. And I'm like, here we go again. It's the same thing. Like, I guess he's not really like somebody who wants his wife back, because he keep doing the same thing over and over again, saying the same things. It's just like, sir, either you're sorry for what you did or you're not. Like, and she's like, well, now you're making me mad because you're doing da-da-da-da-da-da. And so they argue, whatever. I can't even really remember what happened. I think Lyrica walks off, and then the guy come up to him. One of the sound people came up to him and was like, "Hey, yo, if you don't apologize to old buddy, we shutting this whole thing down." He was like, "Apologize? I'm A1. Sir, who is you? Who is A1? Sir, I was below when that man said that. Sir, you're A1? What is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean to somebody? What does that even mean? You are nobody. Humble thyself, sir. But that took me all the way out. And so he was like, well, I'll apologize, just for my wife. But one for that, I won't be apologizing. And so he was like, well, if I got to do what I got to do to prove to my wife that I want her back, me doing this will show her. And I'm like, that's not showing her anything. You're just an arrogant man. Like, that's what? That was all the way whack. I was like, yo, A1 really has let this stuff go to his head. Like, I don't know who told him this man he was the man around town, but baby, you was not it. Nobody is checking for A1 like that. I don't really know, we're not, to be honest. And so he's like, well, maybe this will prove to her that I'm serious or whatever. So he talked to the people, I guess, child, and they trying to get everything on the run. And next week, we going to see what happens at the actual event. But yeah, y'all, that was the episode. Jeff, what did you feel about this episode overall?
It went by quickly. I think that's a good thing for me.
Yeah, me too.
It didn't drag. Like, it was just kind of like, I don't know if because we got it on the DVR and we fast forwarded it maybe, but even then, sometimes it's still a drag. Mm-hmm. Even so I enjoyed it. Like, they really do bring some topics with Mona. I can't even lie. She really do bring in some topics. I can't wait till K. Michelle returns next episode.
Forgot she was on the show.
They can't pay her every episode probably. So
probably. I was like, I forgot K. Michelle was on her. But baby, all I got to say is Mona. This week. Now this look like it might be some tea.
Oh yeah, Nikki baby.
People just popping up. We don't even need storylines no more. You just show up when you feel like it. Okay.
I like how she give respect to her OGs though.
Like Booby just show up. Now Nikki baby just showing up. I can't remember who eventually showed up at. Was it K. Michelle's?
I believe so.
I think it said somebody for K. Michelle's.
It seems like she was talking to someone.
But it looked like it was backstage. They showed somebody singing, and then they showed up. I can't remember.
It probably was.
Who event it was. But anyway, we see Nikki Baby show up. Then we finally get into the part that we already saw play on the blogs between April and Just Hilarious. And Just Hilarious makes an appearance. And I'm like, Mona, showed out now, girl. You doing a little too much, girl. We got Jess showing up. We gonna see how that conversation gonna be, and I guess we gonna show how Jess and April we can solve their friendship. And then we get a meet up between Paris and Apple that nobody care about.
Nah, that ain't it.
At Lyrica's event. Hopefully don't no miss pop off there. But we shall see, but I just want to see what's going to happen with Just Hilarious. Because y'all know Just Hilarious my girl. I love her. But we going to see. So next week's episode seems like it's going to be a little bit better.
I'm ready for it.
I'm ready for it.
I'm happy to see Miss Nikki Baby, so I like to see OGs.
Yeah, I do. And Miss Nikki Baby do be breaking. She breaks
so probably by season 10, Homecoming Hollywood, we're going to get...
Wow! I'm done.
We're going to get some of the OGs from season 1.
Right, because there's a lot of people that I feel like...
Because as much money as Ray J is making, I don't know if he wants to return. He may want to return, like Rashida, but... Because Hollywood is his baby, but that man make a lot of money. Like,
I mean, with this scooter company...
Make a lot of money. Like,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, but check.
Everybody need their OG, so you got Yandy, you got Rashida, you got...
Oh, and that's what Ray J is?
He definitely been day one. That's all.
That is true.
Everybody else left. Omarion... I don't consider Fizz as big as Ray J.
No.
Soulja Boy left.
He did break us so good.
Tia Marie didn't renew this season.
Tia Marie came back though.
Not as a main cast.
Oh yeah, not a main cast. But
still Ray J.
His storyline is so boring. But
I
anyway.
don't know, Miami. We need a few more seasons to see.
Yeah, Miami. I feel like that we already know who's gonna be the OG. They're gonna be Trina, Amara, and Trick.
I feel like one of them gonna fall off.
I mean,
which
for
one,
sure. Somebody gonna fall off. I feel like Trick can come back.
Right. I feel like somebody gonna fall off.
We gonna see. But I feel like right now, from the season we seen, I feel like they are the staples, the OGs. I would say.
Even though Armada's getting a lot of bad press, but who doesn't? Once he gets
what's she getting bad press for?
About the they saying that the Latino using the N-word.
Oh yeah,
like,
she hopped on board with the whole Gina Rodriguez
that you was going out. You said.
Woo, child. Anywho, well, whatever the mess and the tea is, child, we will be back next week for
January 5th.
Wait, that's what Mr. said. Halloween coming?
I was talking about power.
Well, I don't even want to talk about that on here. If we're gonna talk about that, we'd have to have a no hub separate video about that. Because that right
sandwiches.
there, Courtney and them, y'all done. Anyway, we're not even talking about that.
Chicken sandwiches.
But be careful with the chicken sandwiches, y'all, because they said in Georgia, salmonella is being linked to these spot chicken sandwiches. I had one last night, but I feel fine. So. But I had Chick-fil-A today. Chick-fil-A is day one, so that's just me personally. But anywho, y'all, whatever it is coming next week, we shall be here, and it is me, your girl Lex D MUA, and this is my boy
Jeffrey Taylor for Jeffrey Show Live,
and we out.